So our initial thoughts was to make sure that when we got a group of men together, we were making sure there was a time of fellowship. I said, I don't know, maybe a dozen times or so by now, women get together, they have a banquet. They eat, sit at a table with doilies, look at each other, have some singing, and they all go home filled and happy. Men, we want to do something physical. We want to use a chainsaw, we want to use a tractor, we want to get dirty, and then we go home filled and spiritually satisfied. With that as being the goal, the fellowship aspect for within the church is a key part of what we're trying to do today.
The whole overall plan is to, of course, clear this land off, that we're doing it as a church, not that we're paying someone to do it. And we're actually, like John said, we're getting the fellowship of all of us men working together. And you get to know everybody, because we have a big enough church where sometimes you don't know everybody. But in sittings like this, where you're working with somebody in a small group and you're working on the thing, you get to know that person.
So we're looking right now from the long-range planning committee about what the actual use of this property will be. Some of the things that have come up at this point is we need ball fields for us to be able to have sports activities for LCA, the school we have here at the church. We need to be able to have space for parking for Sunday because we're already at max in our current parking spaces. We need potential building space as we continue to see either mixed use with the school and the church or the church continue to grow. All of those are foundational part of today's plan because every person that comes through here, every child that comes through the school, every parent that comes to watch a ball game, every grandparent that comes to be with their family, will hear the gospel while they're on this property. So although today we don't have people from outside the church here, the preparation we're doing today will lead people to Christ in the next years after years after years until the Lord returns, because this property is the next part of what we have for the church growth.
Well, overall on the acreage that we bought, the long range plan is to have ball fields here, but we talked about it the other day, to have a walking track to be right here where people that's in the community can come and enjoy the walking track. Number two is to help spruce up the neighborhood, because this isn't the greatest neighborhood in the world behind us, but what we're wanting to do is hope to bring value back to this property and the whole surrounding neighborhood.
We'll have a prayer garden at the back in honors of Mr. Bowers because of his commitment for us to be able to get this property through his wife, Miss Maggie Bowers. And there'll be an area that you can go just be secluded and have a time of prayer, have a time of Bible study, or if you want to bring a group of friends, have a place that's really just a really incredible spot back against the little stream back there.
Absolutely.
That would allow people to just have an area that they can just stop and search for the Lord. So our biggest goal today is to see the men's ministry continue to do things like this. Some of it's going to be on property like we're doing today. Some of it's going to be in people's homes. We have people all in our community that need help. Maybe it's changing a light bulb. Maybe it's replacing a kitchen floor. But whatever it is, we know we have the men and the skills to be able to get together and have the ability to impact people that will never come to this church by reaching out into the community with just our hands.
Yes.
And what God's gifted us with, what skills we have. So we hope this is a continued growth aspect of that inside the church.
Absolutely. One thing I would like to say is we do want to do an absolute special thank you to the 50 to 60 guys that showed up today. I don't know how many we have here today, but they are here working. And for future, we've got dates going to be coming up in the future in the fall to come back, and because we can't do it all in one day. So we're hoping that the people that are not here today will see what we're doing as a group of men and want to be a part of it moving forward.
Amen.